Once you've passed that point in your life where you're not fighting for survival, that's the only time you can truly live. I know so many people relate to this. You know that tension you feel when you're not doing nothing on a Saturday morning? You feel like you're just not doing enough.
Yeah.
You're just not doing enough. That's the rat race, bro. That tension, that fear, that
Sunday.
That on a Sunday,
on day of rest,
that fear, that oh my gosh, like if I'm sleeping right now, in 10 years I could actually be on the street. That is the rat race. And once you can just get to a point, and it's not that hard, you know. It's only like,
at what age are you no longer young? I hit 25. Am I young?
I think it's all relative.
Yeah.
To the people you're around.
From your point of view, am I young?
Yeah. In my mind, a 35-year-old is young. Yeah. But I'm also very conscious of the fact that if my 35-year-old friend came tomorrow to my mom's house and said I don't drive and don't have a house, he would get cooked. But in my mind, it's not that deep. You're just 35.
Yeah. You know, I literally I had like this thought. Me and shout out Amani, we were joking about how your prefrontal cortex is apparently fully developed by the time you hit 25. And before my birthday, we were like, oh, you only got 2 more weeks until you're done, like, the birthday.
You're done.
And I'm done, did it?
And then
you know what I'm saying?
biological deterioration starts. Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, what? Like, nah. I typed that in Reddit. I was like, yo, Reddit, at what age are you no longer young? I'm 25, am I young? And people are in their 40s and 50s like, bro, you're a baby. Like, you know what I'm saying?
In my mind, though, I also believe, like, you stop being young when you pass your prime. In my mind, every man's prime is between 35 and 40. That's my... Because 35...
That's my new, like, perspective.
That's when your back kind of still works. That's when the bread is at its highest. And that's also when you kind of just still want to do young people shit.
That's when you still can do young people shit for the most part. You can still run, you can still jump.
You can still fucking go clubbing. Because if you're 45 in the club, I'm going to be like, oh, look at that, bro.
Yeah. Being young might be overrated. I can imagine myself enjoying my 50s more than my 30s. Because my thing is like teaching people. My thing is just sitting down, just like teaching people stuff. I can imagine myself being in my 50s. I've done so much, read so much, researched so much. I'm just that guy people just go to me, sit down and talk to you.
In my mind, I feel the same way. In my mind, I'm like, when I'm 40, I want to be the guy that I look up to now. What I'm scared of though is holding on to my youth. You know, there's certain people who accept mediocrity because they feel like they're younger, they have time.
Yeah.
That's a very dangerous trap to fall into. You need a sense of urgency. Like 2026 is after next year.
It's going to be a new decade and a medical degree from now.
Bro, do you know,
people starting medicine now, they're going to be doctors in 2030.
Do you know what I was thinking, yeah? You know the 1910s, the 1920s. We're in the 2020s. In my mind, the 1910s and 1920s were right next to each other. In my mind, 2007 was yesterday. That was almost 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And that's
yeah. Oh shit! 2007 was almost 20 years ago, wasn't it?
And that's
insane.
And that's the thing that really gets.
I remember exactly what I was doing until 2007 as well.
Bro, I know what I was watching on TV.
I was playing Pokemon Pearl.
This is what I'm saying. I was on PlayStation 2 playing Dragon Ball Z, Budokai Tenkaichi. All the OGs will know. But that's 07. That's 08. And it's like, bro, like time really, it just flies by.
Michael Jackson died in 2009. I remember the exact day.
You know what I'm saying?
My auntie walked in. She was like, "Yo, you know MJ just passed away." I'm like, "Oh, that's crazy."
Sudan and South Sudan split 2012.
I believe it was 2010 or 11.
2010 or 11?
It was between 10 and 12.
I just remember the day. I remember the afternoon. I was sat in Uganda. I was looking at the TV. I said, man. I see my brethren or catch walk through the door. Hey, man, like Dinka, brother. Yo, you wanna?
You might go your old thing.
My little cousin says to me, he goes, "What year were you born in, Mark?" I said 2001. He said, "Damn, you're old." I said,
well, wait until he's 99.
I said, what the fuck? I said 2001 was old.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. Every reaction I got from 2001 for years has been
people born in 2008 that can drive. Nuts. It's crazy.
Crazy,
bro. You're born in 2008, you can drive. I was playing Pokemon Platinum 2008. Time is of the essence. Now, I don't want to rush you. It's a good chance if you're watching this, you're well below the age of 25. You still have plenty of time. Don't listen to the studies where they say, oh, your brain's done developing at 25. No. You can learn to be a pro athlete after 25. You can learn to do everything you want to do. But don't let that make you complacent, please. No. Okay? I'm not asking for the most. Every day put in an hour in your craft. Your dreams are attainable, once again, like I said last time. But all starts now. I want this to be the last video you watch in your little YouTube binge right now. The second this is done, you're gonna like and subscribe because we put you on game every single time, obviously. After that, I need you to go do what you want to do, what you need to do. You feel me? Because time is of the essence. There are people born in 2008 that can drive now. You know how fucking insane that is? I was playing Pokemon Pearl in 2008. I remember it vividly. I'm running out of time right now. I still have time. It's a balance between feeling like I'm running out of it and using it to its max. You understand? So Take that into consideration.
Art of War. Sun Tzu is talking about have a death ground strategy. The death ground.
Death ground strategy.
The death ground strategy. So in war, you know, in between two armies, there's one little strip of land, bang in the middle, where the moment you delay even a little bit, the arrow will lick you down. You're done. So you can't even pause. Just gotta keep operating. Whatever you're doing, just have to keep operating. You have to be alert, head on a swivel. That's
Like that.
almost the mindset you have to have when you're in this. Because when you see this rat race of ours, it's actually a race at the end of the day.
But we need to talk about that a bit more. Is it really a race or competition?
It's not a competition.
But yeah.
It's a race, but it's not a competition. I know that sounds weird. See this rat race, yeah? It's a race because there's a finish line. Finish line isn't when I stop, I'm done. Because even billionaires wake up every morning to go to work. The finish line is actually, once you get past that first hurdle, which is, if I stopped working this month and I eat for the rest of the year. Once you cross that line, everything else is free game. You can go to play the flute in India. You can go and stroke a tiger in Japan.
What's that one niche retirement thing you're gonna do?
Me, bird watching, blood. Bird watching with his.
Bro, I'm just gonna go walking around the Sharm el-Sheikh in Egypt for like 3 hours at a time, just writing
There you go.
poetry, bro. You know, just going on the longest walks in the sun, and just breathing air and sipping mango smoothies.
Part of me has this thing where I want to have a bar, with a stage, and invite just singers,
It's cold.
singers, and I'm just sat there with my cigar and like,
Yeah, what kind of singers? Like low-key local ones?
just like a,
ones
like
that no
a-
one knows?
Yeah, just like I want to just hear a voice.
Just girls that sing. Not
Yeah,
even
yeah,
singers,
just-
girls
yeah,
that
just
sing. You know,
sing.
they just come through and
My
sing.
only
type
rule
shit,
is
you know what I'm saying?
sparkly dress. That's my thing. Everybody in trousers and sparkly, and just that's it. Like just that's it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
me though. And
I'll open like a cafe.
anything, but as long as the last thing on your mind isn't
little
survival.
elaborate. Yeah.
That's the rat race.
Yeah.
The rat race is racing to not have to survive.
Yes.
But to live.
Exactly.
Once you've passed that point in your life where you're not fighting for survival, that's the only time you can truly live. I know so many people relate to this. You know that tension you feel when you're not doing nothing on a Saturday morning? You feel like you're just not doing enough.
Yeah.
You're just not doing enough. That's the rat race, bro. That tension, that fear, that
Sunday.
that on a Sunday,
On day of
I'm
rest.
that fear, that oh my gosh, like if I'm sleeping right now, in 10 years I could actually be on the street. That is the rat race. And once you can just get to a point, and it's not that hard, you know. It's only like 80 bags a year. You know what I'm saying?
What about the fear of, because we see people who have gone to that point in the late 20s, you know what I'm saying, and they still fear that they could lose it all.
That's knowledge, bro.
Kendrick had a whole album about this.
That's where knowledge
know
comes
what I'm
into it,
saying?
bro. That's where knowledge
Yeah.
into it. Get a 401k, get a
Yeah.
Roth IRA, got stocks and shit.
Oh, you're the for that, yeah.
You know what I'm
You're
saying?
the guy for that.
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
you know what I'm
You
saying,
just need to put yourself up, get some life insurance. You know what I'm saying? Once you have life insurance, you never have to worry about that again. I think that's just a knowledge problem. That's the rat race. Because don't get twisted. A lot of men make 200 bags a year. Don't pay for no life insurance. Fumble that job. That's you. Done. You're back in your mum's yard.
Game over.
Stay logical, stay calculated. Your aim as a young person should be to put yourself in a position where you're not raising a child to get you out of poverty. I think that's where a lot of people in our generation and before fell into. Unfortunately, they're the kid that the parents are looking at. Boy, we've been rat racing since we were 12 and we are now 68. You better become a doctor.
Yeah, precisely
You know
that.
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
If I have the bread that I want and my son says, Dad, I want to add to the world through ophthalmology. I want to be a linguistic.
Yeah.
Do that, bro.
Do your thing, bro.
We'll feed you. You can feed yourself. As long as you got something you're putting your spirit and soul into. That's the key. And for the kids, if you're going to inherit something, add some value to the world. Live by adding some value to the world.
I think you can't really be satisfied without adding value to the world, I'll be so real, for the most part.
Monologue on that.
I feel like everybody has some kind of intrinsic desire to add what they can to the world, you know what I mean? I think you come to a point where you realize, oh, I'm pretty good at writing poetry. And then being a poet, your poetry moves people. Might prevent somebody from killing themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's your impact. Somebody else might be like, yo, I have the perfect balance of sociability and aptitude for science. You're now a doctor. You're now saving lives. You know what I mean? You kind of find out exactly what you're intrinsically gifted with and how you can capitalize on that to the value to the world. You can't fall in the wrong hole, though. If you're not meant to be an engineer, if you can't do 9 times 9 within 2 seconds, might not be... Okay, 9 times 9 within 2 seconds might be asking for a bit much.
But if you can't do 9 times 9 as a doctor, like, come on.
Yeah.
Put the book
is-
down, bro.
Point is, like you were saying last time, man, you want to find the right field, the right pitch, in which you can run it.
Now,
Run the thing,
couple
you
things
know
I want to
what I'm
say off
saying?
the back of that.
Yeah,
One, it's not about fame, because I think a lot of people mistake that for us, what we're trying to say here. It's not about doing something that you become famous for. It's being a cog in a machine. Now, when I say cog in a machine, people think 9 to 5 Groundhog Day, walking around life like this.
Yeah.
No, you're gonna be a cog in a machine regardless. Even Elon Musk is a cog in a machine.
Exactly.
It's being the cog you're happy being.
Yeah. Being the clock in the right alignment, in the right place.
And being the most efficient one there is.
You know what I'm saying? One that being in the position where you feel like a happy cook.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
That's the key.
You can spin with a smile on your face. You know
That's
what I'm
the
saying?
key. That's the key.